I would say to make HR innovative, you have to listen to your managers, be flexible. I think too often HR is rule-bound, regulation-bound, so work with the managers to adapt to the rules rather than be bound by them.
Innovative resourcing is very tricky in one sense, where it's more than an innovation. It's about thinking about new ways to apply the same things. The problems remain perennial. Looking for staff is always difficult. Finding senior experienced managers is always difficult. So it's about broadening the number of approaches that you're taking. And yes, trying to be innovative in that, but the key thing is just to have a number of options available, not just to take one or single approach to something, but to continually take 2 or 3 or 4 approaches to one particular resourcing question.
So my top tip would be to be there from the get-go. So I think too often HR can be an afterthought to an innovative program or a new way of implementing or something like that. And HR needs to be involved from the very beginning. So whether that's representation at the senior management level, being at the table when that discussion is taking place for that new initiative, so that the impact of resourcing, particularly our people, is considered right from the very start.
My advice for innovative HR is for HR practitioners to look at the external trends, what are the external forces, challenges, and how can they bring that into the organization? How can they influence their senior leaders to prepare for that change that is about to come?
Firstly, get out there, see what others are doing, both within our sector, outside of our sector. What's innovative for one organisation may just be standard practice for another. So actually really hearing around different types of innovation and what you can take for your organisation and contextualise for your organisation can be really helpful. The second thing is really being willing to take risks. And creating a culture of people trusting one another and being willing to take risks to be innovative is really important. And I guess the third thing is just around creating space to be innovative. Sometimes when you're on the kind of the treadmill and just delivering constantly, you're not creating that space to really think strategically or to think about how things might be done differently. So creating space and opportunities for yourself, but also those that you work with, to be innovative is really important.
I'm not sure if HR needs to be innovative. I think that often they need to follow good practice. BRAC, which is an organisation that is well ahead of many other organisations in many different ways, had only introduced sick leave in addition to annual leave in 2014. That is following good practice. It's nothing innovative, but it is an important new step.
Resourcing is like changing every day, and the challenges are also changing every day. So you really have to understand the challenge and also then provide the solution on it.
I think there's a current theme at the moment about listening to affected communities, and it's very easy for something like a function or a department like HR to feel one step removed from that, but actually it's the crucial driver. So I would say the crucial thing is still, whatever position you're in that function, is make sure all your policies, processes and practice are driven by having listened to what affected communities require, and that way you support your staff to deliver what they need.